Kemper.
Here.
Ms. April Walters.
Here.
Ms. Barbara Sipler.
Here.
Ms. Bonita Barbush.
Here.
Mr. Tyree Harris.
Here.
Mr. Ryan Binder.
Here.
Robert Kachurak. Here. Attorney Jeff Rockman.
Here.
Mr. Daniel Malloy. Isabel Hoffman.
Here.
Student recognition.
February 2nd, 2024. Melena Greer, daughter of Jackie and Charlie Greer, Weatherly, has been named Senior of the Month for January at Weatherly Area High School. Melena serves as Vice President of FBLA and is also a member of Interact, SGA, the varsity soccer team, and the Weatherly Area High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Melena recently became an FBLA state qualifier and will be attending the state competition in April. In the community, Melena has volunteered her time with the Weatherly Hill Climbing Festival and various community service activities through NHS. Melena is employed by A&A Pizza and Italian Food in Beaver Meadows. Sponsor for the month of January is Broad Mountain Stone, LLC in Weatherly. Sincerely, Maria Whitley, English Teacher, Coordinator, Senior of the Month.
Dinah Janik, daughter of Mr. and Miss Janik, was chosen as the 6th grade student of the month. Dinah is a member of the Weatherly Middle School Band and Chorus, along with the Science Club, the Science Olympiad, and the Reading Olympics teams. She is also an altar server at her church. Liliana Sienkiewicz, daughter of Mr. Les Sienkiewicz and Miss Leslie Gutowski, was chosen as the 7th grade student of the month. Liliana is a member of the Weatherly Middle School Science Club and Science Olympiad team, as well as the Student Government Association and Decorating Committee. She enjoys horseback riding and volunteers at the Open Gate Ranch, helping to take care of her horses. Michaela Harashak, daughter of Miss Cheryl Harashak, was chosen as the 8th grade student of the month. Michaela is also a Weatherly Middle School cheerleader and is a member of the middle school chorus. She is also a member of the Student Government Association and on the Decorating Committee. She also plays soccer and helps with the Weatherly Hill Climb and cleanup.
Hey, Billy. How are you? Good. How are you? Good.
I didn't say that.
That's what I said.
Which one?
Oh, that's about that.
The oldest. Yeah.
Unfair.
So this is the next line, this is the next line, that's what you're doing.
You know, Todd, you really have to.
Yes, that is true.
I just want to say,
I was right behind you. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, did you?
what's that? The donuts.
Oh.
Oh, I haven't even seen her. Yeah, and that's it. Yep.
Tired, yeah.
An executive session was held on Wednesday, February 7, 2024, from 6:37 to 7:34 p.m. for personnel purposes. Presentation given by the nutrition group.
Hi everyone, thank you for allowing us to provide a brief presentation this evening. My name is Susan Benchikowski, I'm your regional manager. just wanna kinda highlight some of the wonderful things that Janine's been doing this year so far in the cafeteria. Of course, she makes sure that the students' plates are colorful and conform to what's on your plate. She also conducted Nutrition for Life. That's a program that introduces your youngest students to the cafeteria program. Wellness Wednesday, she does quite often throughout the year, featuring fresh fruits and vegetables and different types of recipes. And then Farm to Fork, of course, is our fall promotion that features different fresh fruits and vegetables. Moments Matters, you'll see some of your administration here, serving the line. She had guest servers one day in the cafeteria. She also kicked up the birthday party celebrations this year and made sure that all the students who want to celebrate birthdays within the school year can do so in the cafeteria with the different selections of treats that are available to the parents to buy. And then we also have Tasty Bites, which is a chef-inspired recipe that takes a component of the daily menu and makes it kind of special. Here you'll see some mini apple dumplings that were a part of the meal that Janine, provided for the students one day. She also does a great job with the holidays. As you can see, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and it's a lot of different fun promotions that she did. And she always makes sure to step out and really go above and beyond with the holiday meals, not only for the students, but also for the faculty and staff.
Mr. Kill made a preview there with his turkey costume.
Yeah. You're kind of hoping to fly under the radar on that one?
A lot of fun.
Some additional promotions that Janine does, I know during the holiday trunk and treat, she sponsored or fulfilled an everyday nutrition ed kind of component message that we have. It shows kids how to make a healthy snack. So instead of giving them candy or something different like that, she created a healthy snack and was able to provide that at the trunk and treat. Molly is going to have her annual visit here in the district. She'll be here February 20th and she'll be doing smoothies for the children. And then she had her annual Bring Someone I Love to Breakfast promotion, where kids are allowed to bring someone they love to breakfast. And that's a really great promotion that she's been running for several years here. And then of course she features our features page. These are chef-inspired creations that we add onto the menu, usually about once a month. We have a bunch of different promotions every month for them. And these are student favorite meals that came about through our student taste testings throughout the state. And the chefs put them together and then give us a feature, and then Janine features them. She also had a YAC meeting. Customer engagement we really believe in that, and we get a lot of great feedback from our students, our faculty, administration, and community, and we use that to implement our meal planning. So she did a youth advisory council in November with a follow-up in December. The November one actually was part of the wellness committee meeting as well, and in addition to faculty and a good number of students, there were also some community people as well from St. Luke's and then the Lake Auxiliary. So it was a good cross-section of community that was able to give her feedback on menu planning and what we do in the cafeteria every day. They focused on breakfast, Wellness Wednesday, and some other healthy promotions, and then they sampled the sweet potato, what would you call it, sweet potato?
Sweet potato
salad.
Yes.
Okay. So they're just some of the wonderful things she does every day for your kids. And then just to kind of go over participation a little bit, as you can see from this year, the first column is January budget and in January 2024. So as you can see in January 24, your participation is greater than what was budgeted, and it's also greater than what was going on last January. So universal free breakfast and Janine's excellent management of the program has really helped entice the kids and engage the students into participating in meal service. And then here's where your revenue is. As you can see, from the 23-24 budget to the 23-24 year to date, your reimbursements are up. I'm sorry, I can't see with or without them. About $54,000. Your a la carte's down a little bit about $1,000. So your cash is a little lower than we expected, but your reimbursement more than makes up for the amount of loss in that cash area. Most of that loss is because of the paid students they're participating in the breakfast program, but you're not realizing that revenue at the register. but again, your reimbursements are so much better than LWAS would indicate. Another way that Janine helps to save the district money is with food cost. Last year, skyrocketing prices, just inflation overall, products, supply chain demand, we budgeted a 10% increase. Janine was able to keep that at 8%. So that 2% savings in food costs and operating costs is realized in the district's bottom line. Okay. And then every month, Janine makes sure to bring you a board report that you can read at your leisure, and it kind of highlights what we're doing in the cafeteria every day. I know she also gives an update, a personal update, every other month as well. So if you ever have any questions as to what's going on in the cafeteria or promotions or the program overall, she's able to answer those questions for you. Okay, and then this is just, our way of saying thank you. We just wanted to give you a brief update. I know last year at budget time, you were looking at a deficit, and I know you increased the meal price a little bit, but right now in January, you're actually in a positive bottom line. So instead of being in the negative, you're actually $3,600 to the good for January. So moving forward to the rest of the year, it's projected that you would have a positive unbalanced outcome at the end of the year in the cafeteria. So does anyone have any questions for us?
No, I just have a comment though. She's absolutely amazing.
Janine, absolutely, yes.
Just so you know that. The community has, I have heard so much, not only from, these are comments coming from the kids, telling their parents how good the food is, how much they enjoy everything there, and she's an amazing person.
Well, thank
So
you.
upbeat, and you can be very, very proud of her. She should be Employee of the Month for the next 5 years.
Well, I think we all agree, Janine's an absolute asset to Weatherly, to your school district. She does do a great job, and I know she's doing a great job in your cafeteria because your participation's up, so.
Exactly.
The kids must be liking what they're.
Thank you,
what they're
Janine,
getting.
for everything you do for our district.
I just really have to add, I know Sue mentioned everything I'm doing, but I honestly could not do it without the team, administration, and the cafeteria staff. So, I think that we do have a good collaboration, amongst, the business office, working with Mr. Malloy and, Rob and Leanne. It's always just, it's really, to stay on budget and to do my job, I really can't do that if I didn't have the support from everybody.
And you do have a bunch of great people in the cafeteria to work for you too, so
Thank you.
thanks to everybody, yeah, you're right.
Well, thank you.
One thing for the food service, we are required to go out to bid this year. The state requires every 5 years, so we are in the process of getting that submitted. You have to submit it to the state for basically like a pre-approval, and then it's a rather tedious process. And Janine has been fabulous in helping us.
And with Rob's short time here, he's been, we have a lot going on in the cafeteria. Leanne has been in intricate roles that also, we have our administrative review going on, and they're gonna be coming in, I think March 12th, and then plus that's the RFP we have, so there's a lot of stuff going on in the cafeteria. Again, and like I said, if it wasn't for Rob and Leanne, we wouldn't be where we are, because there's a lot going on, so.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Public comments on board agenda item only, I have none. Personnel recommendation approved with one motion board discretion. Number 5, acknowledge FMLA for employee 880 beginning March 7th, 2024 with a tentative return date of June 10th, 2024.
I make a motion for 5, 6, and 7.
I'll second it.
Discussion?
When do clearances come back for spring coaching?
When do they come back?
It says pending clearances.
That means they can't start coaching until we get them.
Okay.
Yeah, so they need to make sure that they have them in, prior to their start time.
Yeah, that's kind of my question, what happens when the sports starts and they don't have it back yet?
That's an odd question, and you can correct me if you would interpret this otherwise, but I believe what you can still have somebody come in and work with the kids as long as they're supervised, like by potentially a head coach. You know,
Okay.
so if you have an assistant who has one clearance maybe that hasn't come in, you can have them in as a clinician, so to speak, technically speaking, obviously, but there may be times, whether talking about basketball, softball, whatever sport you're indicating, and not just sports, but extracurriculars, where you might wanna separate people out and have this coach coaching this
Okay.
group and that group, so. It limits what you could do, even if you have them in at that point without a clearance, that's all.
Thank you.
Roll call for agenda items 5 through 7. Mr. Jacoby,
Yes.
Mr. Connors,
Yes.
Mr. Nepper,
Yes.
Mr. Bender,
Yes.
Ms. Mulvaney,
Yes.
Ms. Barbush,
Yes.
Mrs. Walters,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mrs. Sibley.
Yes.
Motion passed. Motion is passed.
Superintendent's report, number 8. Acknowledge a review of the Weatherly Area School District Health and Safety Plan.
Second.
Any discussion?
Roll call, Mr. Connors,
Yes.
Mr. Nepper,
Yes.
Mr. Bender,
Yes.
Ms. Mulvaney,
Yes.
Mrs. Barbush,
Yes.
Mr. Jacoby,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mrs. Sibley,
Yes.
Mrs. Walters.
Yes.
Motion passed.
Number 9, approve the following use of facilities, Weatherly Athletic Hall of Fame, use of middle school cafeteria on Saturday, February 3rd, 2024, from 1 o'clock PM to 6 o'clock PM for Hall of Fame dinner. Cub Scout Pack 007, use of high school gymnasium on Sunday, February 18th, 2024, from 12 o'clock PM to 3:30 PM for Pinewood Derby. Weatherly Youth Soccer League, use of soccer field and concession stand on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday from March 11th, 2024 to June 7th, 2024, from 5 o'clock PM to 7 o'clock PM for youth soccer. PBIS, use of middle school back parking lot on Thursday, May 16th, from 2024, from 12 o'clock PM to 3 o'clock PM for Go Green BMX show. Cranberry Quilters Guild, use of middle school gymnasium, lobby, cafeteria, and kitchen on Friday, September 13th, 2024, from 4 o'clock PM to 8 o'clock PM. Saturday, September 14th, 2024, from 8 o'clock AM to 5 o'clock PM. And Sunday, September 15th, 2024, from 9:30 AM to 6 o'clock PM for quilt show.
So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Roll call, Mr. Connors,
Yes.
Mr. Bender,
Yes.
Ms. Mulvaney,
Yes.
Mrs. Barbush,
Yes.
Mr. Jacoby.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mrs. Sibley,
Yes.
Mrs. Walters,
Yes.
Mr. Nepper.
Yes.
Number 10, approve the first reading of the following policies. 200, enrollment of students. 200 AR0, enrollment of students. 200 AR3, student classifications for enrollment. 202, eligibility of non-resident students. 202 AR0, non-resident students. 217, graduation. 217 AR0, graduation and commencement. 254, educational opportunity for military children. 810, transportation.
So moved.
Second.
Questions?
Roll call, Mr. Bender,
Yes.
Ms. Mulvaney,
Yes.
Mrs. Barbush,
Yes.
Mr. Jacoby.
Yes.
Mr. Harris.
Yes.
Mrs. Sibley,
Yes.
Mrs. Walters,
Yes.
Mr. Nepper,
Yes.
Mr. Connors.
Yes.
Motion passed. Financial report / business manager's report. Number 11, approve the 2023 Weatherly Area School District per capita exoneration lists.
So moved.
Second.
Discussion? Roll call, call, Ms. Mulvaney,
Yes.
Ms. Barbush,
Yes.
Mr. Jacoby,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mrs. Sippler,
Yes.
Mrs. Walters,
Yes.
Mr. Nepper,
Yes.
Mr. Connors,
Yes.
Mr. Bender.
Yes.
Motion passed 9-0. Number 12, acknowledge the repository sale of the following property. Property is in North Pierce Township, bid price $875, number 75A-20-893.
So moved. Second.
Discussion? Roll call, Mrs. Barbush,
Yes.
Mr. Jacoby,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mrs. Sippler,
Yes.
Mrs. Walters,
Yes.
Mr. Nepper,
Yes.
Mr. Connors,
Yes.
Mr. Bender,
Yes.
Ms. Mulvaney.
Yes.
Motion passed. Number 13, approve the minutes from the January 10, 2024 caucus meeting and January 24, 2024 regular meeting.
Can I make a motion for 13 through 15?
Second. Can you do that, Rob, when you're, the bills?
What's that?
I'd probably like those separated, if you don't mind. I won't give it a first, so you can.
We already have a second.
There's already a second.
Discussion?
Two different things.
Roll call, Mr. Jacoby,
Yes.
Mr. Harris,
Yes.
Mrs. Sippler,
Yes.
Mrs. Walters,
Yes.
Mr. Nepper,
Yes.
Mr. Connors,
Yes.
Mr. Bender. Yes. Ms. Mulvaney,
Yes.
Mrs. Barbush.
Yes, but just note that there are two separate ones in there, which is entirely different pictures from the meeting minutes. Remember what it is.
Motion passed.
Reports from board committees, personnel and policy.
We have, ongoing, events for our staff currently, which I'm gonna ask, for an executive session also after this meeting, for personnel reasons.
Any funny? Athletic? Ryan, you wanna take it?
Yeah, nothing, we've got, winter sports finishing up here, basketball, kicking off. Yeah, conditioning for spring sports here shortly, so, yeah, looking forward to some good seasons here.
Are you anything?
Did you hear anything from Mrs. Ocean about the exit interviews? Or did we set up anything as far as, outgoing? I mean, because all the positions should be, if I'm correct, open at the end of the current season. But I would like to sit down, with the current coaches, outgoing interviews, even if they come back, get their input on how we can improve for the next season.
I know in the past, we've always done exit interviews, I'm not sure if that was the plan for all of that.
Okay, I appreciate it, thank you.
Transportation program?
I believe we are going to schedule something with EI Associates for next month. to come
Looking
in and
right now,
speak.
we could tentatively put it on the schedule for anybody who would be interested in coming down, prior to our 13th.
Question, April, the EI Associates, are they affiliated with that back that we talked about with the tennis courts, or is that something totally different? Okay, can we possibly arrange who's ever on that committee to take a walkthrough, to look at there, so we can discuss the plan that I talked about, or see if that's feasible, and maybe, as far as.
Talked about a lot of things.
As far as, what's there now, pulling all the concrete out,
Oh, yeah.
creating something different, and, with the money that we got from the settlement.
Yeah, that's definitely, and not just EI, one other group I'm talking to now too to come in.
I think you said about having a separate meeting to get everybody's ideas and all that stuff.
Yeah,
For
this
a
is,
separate property, transportation meeting for that.
and you'll see when they come in, it's really to get our ideas and, then do some form of, what their thoughts are too.
Okay.
We're gonna do that at 5 p.m., right? Give us a call. That's all I have.
Curriculum and technology, Nancy?
I have nothing to report at the moment, no. Just that.
Budget finance?
So again, we just had our first budget meeting to start the process. I assume you wanna schedule one probably for the April meeting, not, I'm just guesstimating, I don't know if we can go one March one or an April.
Probably best.
Yeah.
Just give time to get everything on board. I think we get.
We did it before, meeting, like we, it's worked out good that way.
Representative report, CCTI?
Regular meeting tomorrow that I will be attending. Last Thursday, we continued with conducting the director interviews. One candidate, 2.5 hours. So it's pretty thorough. If we're doing executive, I'll give a quick, brief / opinion, get the rest of the board's input, but that's still ongoing.
CLIU, pardon?
There'll be a meeting in March.
PSBA?
There's been a rise in cyber attacks against public schools, and Penn SSI will provide an online certification program to help education leaders better understand and fully embrace their role in providing strategic direction and oversight of cyber risk and emerging technologies. Monday, April 8th is Advocacy Day in Harrisburg. There are 2 federal grant opportunities for schools opening this spring, the School Violence Prevention Program and also Renew America's Schools Program. I think you know about those. And as a recap, the PSBA scholarship deadline for seniors to apply for, again, is March 15th. It's a one-time $500 or a $5,000 scholarship that will be awarded. And I have room for also, the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development. The Secretary Rick Siger announced the Commonwealth Financing Authority approved guidelines for the new $100 million Public School Facility Improvement Grant Program, which will provide grants to public school districts and area career and technical schools for eligible facility improvement projects. I didn't hear you.
That's the one I was mentioning
Yeah.
earlier,
Alden?
I have a question for you. The information we talked about as far as with the unions and stuff like that, do you still want me, or the apprenticeship programs, do you want me to pass the contact information once I talk to someone, send them your way? How do you want to do that?
Yeah, that would be great.
Gotcha.
TTC?
There's a virtual meeting this upcoming Wednesday, so at our next meeting, I will report what that meeting was about.
Public comments? You have them?
Where's that meeting again? What are we doing at 5 o'clock? Next,
EI Associates.
EI, okay. And that's on, March 6th, 13th,
Yeah,
okay.
regular.
Go ahead, Seth.
Two things. Going on, reading of the
that's where I was headed anyway, so yeah. So we have, identifiable homeless and then, others. And, okay, so. And then the second thing is, to Robert, where's our new back on the tax rolls property?
What's that?
The property that's back on the tax rolls,
Oh, where is it?
where is it?
That's the one that they just, yeah, the repository one, North Kidder Township.
Address?
They don't give me an address, I just get the parcel number. I can research
I
it.
think they've been picking off some of the Golden Oaks leftovers.
I would, yeah, I would think it's in that vicinity. I mean, I can't be for sure.
Okay, just to note that there's a brand new home at Tannery, up and nearly occupied, plus the activity there at Golden Oaks. So, just for our tax purposes, that was kind of, hey, look at that, brand new house, that's great. Thank you.
Review of board meeting dates and calendar events. Weatherly School District Board of Education budget meeting was held Wednesday, February 14th, 2024, 5:15 p.m. Weatherly School District Board of Education regular meeting held Wednesday, February 14th, 2024 at 6 p.m. CCTI Joint Operating Committee meeting Thursday, February 15th, 2024 at 6 p.m. CLIU board meeting Wednesday, March 18th, 2024 at 6:30 p.m. Weatherly School District Board of Education caucus meeting Wednesday, March 6th, 2024 6 p.m. And Weatherly School District Board of Education regular meeting Wednesday, March 13th, 2024 6 p.m. And then EI meeting right before that. We will have a quick executive session after this meeting for personnel purposes. Motion to adjourn?
Motion.